Hello, I am Produno, and for those of you that do not know, I am the creator of the World of Ice and Fire modification for Mount and Blade Warband. But today we're not going to talk about Warband, we're going to be talking about Bannerlord, and more specifically the mods that I am most looking forward to. At number one we have Kingdoms of Ardor, and this is a Lord of the Rings modification. And what kind of list would this be if there wasn't a Lord of the Rings modification in there? So Kingdoms of Amara is described as a single player and multiplayer total conversion of Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord that brings the world of Tolkien into the game. This includes characters, locations, weapons, etc. from the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Silmarillion and other works of Tolkien and media made for his universe. Planned features include Middle-earth campaign map, multiplayer, story mode, 35 new factions, custom map icons and custom scenes, known lords and characters from the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit and other works of Tolkien, new playable races which is elves, dwarfs, Dundian, orcs, hobbits, goblins and uruks, new creatures, trolls, ents, mamakills, wargs and many more, new music and audio, many new troop trees and mercenaries, new weapons, armours and mounts, Lord of the Rings related banners, new companions and new quests. They've also stated that they are still not sure how moddable Bannerlord will be, so obviously this list is subject to change. I will be posting links to all of these mods in the description so you can actually look at them for yourself and you can read any updates and whatever else for them. And number two, we have Monsters from Men, A Witcher's Tale. And if you couldn't already tell from the title, this is a Witcher themed modification. So it states on their mod database page that this modification is set outside of the normal Witcher game series of novels written by Andrzej Sapkowski. So if you are interested in only the current continent, then this mod is probably not for you. So planned features for this modification state a dynamic new continent of Zohavar, in-depth faction, conflict and diplomacy, all new mercenary mechanics, dynamic quest boards in villages and towns for hunting monsters and bandits alike, new weapons and armour, returning factions such as Nilfgaard and Skellige, in-depth quests, a new magic system, new looting mechanics, custom map icons and custom scenes, new races such as elves, dwarves, Vran and a race called Satyr, and new modes of multiplayer. Again, they've stated that features are subject to change depending how moddable Bannerlord is. So with the new TV series on Netflix, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a fairly popular mod, and who knows, with Henry Cavill being a self-confessed gamer geek, maybe even he will be playing the game himself. At number three we have Mount and Gladius 2 Rise of Aurelian, and this is a single player and multiplayer module for Mount and Blade Bannerlord beginning in the year 268 AD. The mod will focus on the main act of the crisis of the 3rd century, a period in which the Roman Empire was split in three by rebellion and insurrection, whilst Roman barbarians from Germania and newly formed Sassanid Empire probed and invaded the borders of an already crumbling society. For single player, they're saying the mod will contain a period accurate map of Europe and its military and political climate in the mid to late 3rd century. Current factions for single player at launch are the Roman Empire, the Gallic Empire, the Palmyrenian Empire, the Sassanid Empire, Alemanni and the Caledoni. For multiplayer, they're saying that this will likely get released first due to their development on the Warband modification, and the multiplayer will gradually be updated as and when new factions and equipment are developed for the single player. At number four we have Old West. So this is a bit of a strange one because there's not been an update for this since 2017, but the reason I've included it because I really enjoyed the Wild West modifications in Mount and Blade Warband, and I think a game like this would be pretty awesome in Bannerlord. So the introduction for Old West says, Old West is a single player and multiplayer total conversion modification set during the late period of the Old West during the 1890s, when such iconic characters from America's past, including Bill Doolin, Bella Starr, Black Elk, Bloody Bill Anderson, Jesse James, Cole Younger, the Free Guardsmen, and many more helped shape the future of the continent and its people. Heavily inspired by the fantastic modification for Mount and Blade Warband, 1860s Old America, and Fist for the Frags for Half-Life 2. Old West aims to provide both a single player campaign and a multiplayer mode for players to enjoy. The goal is to develop and release the multiplayer mode first, as the campaign will take more time and assets to fully develop. So currently they are actually recruiting for 2D artists, 3D artists, and various other people, which can be found on their mod database page. And there was actually a post from the developer in January last year, which looks to be the actual last any kind of progress on this modification. Lastly, at number 5, we have a World of Ice and Fire: The Known World. And did you really think I'd make a list without including my own modification? I don't think so. So World of Ice and Fire: The Known World is a continuation from the Warband modification. So we hope to have everything that the Warband modification has and more. So we're expecting to include as much of the known world as possible. We currently have several 3D artists working for us and several sound design artists working for us. So there'll be all new music, all new models, all new textures, all new scenes, and whatever else. So it's basically going to be Warband version, but much bigger and much better. I'll be posting updates of this on this channel, so if you want to see devlogs and updates regarding this modification, then check here. I hope to do some let's plays of all the modifications I have outlined in this video, as soon as they are released, that is. So again, if that's the kind of thing you want to see, then don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and hopefully I shall see you next time.